This is the wildest thing about me being in the moonshine business. When I was 12 years old, Grandpa and my uncle took me to the woods.
Yeah.
But, I think that's where I was weaned off everything. Well, I learned it over the years, and I don't care where I was at and what I was doing. I always had a liquor still playing with it, and ever since I was 12 years old, I've just been around it and everything. And finally, I retired.
The start of the Next Taste on Tour, and we have with us joining today the one, the only Red Bordner, coming from, strangely, he found a distillery with his name on it called Red Bordner Distilling, and down in South Carolina, just about northeast of Spartanburg. Sitting on my left, I have the one, the only, the divine from around the world, just back from the PGA Tour for a day. She's heading out this afternoon to go cover that out on the West Coast. But Miss Kira, and I'm old Uncle Randy, getting older every day, so we just have some fun. But anyway, this is the Distillery Channel, and we have Red Bordner with us today. We've really appreciate you coming on. We've looked at your website with all kinds of medals everywhere, and it's all about moonshine, a little bit of tequila, some rum, some whiskey. Man, there's a collection. So tell us, Red, what started you in this business? How long you been doing it, and give us the story.
Well, this is the wildest thing about me being in the moonshine business. When I was 12 years old, Grandpa and my uncle took me to the woods.
Yeah.
But, I think that's where I was weaned off everything. Well, I learned it over the years, and I don't care where I was at and what I was doing. I always had a liquor still playing with it, and ever since I was 12 years old, I've just been around it and everything. And finally, I retired from the automotive industry in '95, retired from flying with the National Guard here in South Carolina. And I didn't want to go back to work for nobody, so I started a big 8-bay garage, and then I started a big towing business, and then I bought a junkyard, and then I had a used car lot, then I had a big restaurant across town because I'm a professional barbecue cook too,
Really?
200 competitions cooking barbecue all over the United States. And then I tried to, man, I'm getting tired, I'm stressed out, so I started selling off everything. I kept the junkyard, but I cleaned it all out, and I put my distillery here outside. This is going to be my retirement job. It keep me from going home in the evening, and old wife telling me, come on out here, got some yard work to do. I'm open distillery. I got to mix up some mash. I see you in the night.
So you say, just to back up for a minute, that you're a barbecue specialist, or is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I've won over 200 competitions all across the United States.
Wow.
Well, Rob that you talk to occasionally?
Who?
Rob that's with us. You talk to him, Rob, that he connected with you. I think he was the one you called about doing this. He's with
Name sounds familiar. I don't know.
Yeah.
I ain't cooked in a while on the circuit anyway.
Yeah, well, he's quite he professes, he does, he's really good. And I'm sure that when he finds out that you've won all those competitions, you got a newfound friend there, because, he's got an old smoker. I mean, the thing barely stands up. But boy, what he gets out of that thing is just, it's incredible. But well, good for you. So what did you do with the National Guard? Were you a pilot or flying, or what did you do?
Yeah, I flew. I was an Air Sky Observer in the Infantry Aviation Unit for a lot of years. Then I went to medevac.
Wow. Well, we thank you for your service on that. We're glad that you did what you did. You're one of the American heroes. I mean, you protect us and you give us all the freedoms we have. And now you're doing what your passion is, and always got got time to do it. So tell us, what's the highlight? I mean, down there, what a great place. Everybody should go to BordnerDistilling.com. What a great website you have. It shows all your medals that you won. What's the #1 favorite thing you enjoy doing in your day?
Well, our #1 selling liquor is our Clear 103, believe it or not.
Is that right?
It sells more than an apple pie, and I got my apple pie has won just as many awards as the Clear has.
Yeah.
But we've won 54 awards in the past 2.5 years.
Wow.
3 years, and I mean everything's won except for the new ones we just come out with, the cappuccino coffee, the dragon fruit, butter pecan, banana, and the salted caramel. They haven't been to a contest yet because a lot of stuff got put on hold.
You're making me hungry right now for some moonshine.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a big thing. And I tell you what was surprising when the folks from China come over and visited, and they took a bunch back with them, and they went over there and sampled it and everything. And next thing I know, the 1.5 years after they was here, I had an order for 2 container loads of it.
Did you really?
Wow. How did that all happen?
Wow. Wow.
They said they don't like Old Smoky, they don't like Sugarland, they don't like Jim Beam and Jack Daniels. They like good, true craft stuff, you know.
Wow.
And they know my stuff's real. We make everything in house.
Wow, containers. So containers are big. I mean, that's
a big order.
That's done by weight. How much do those containers weigh after you got done loading them up?
Huh?
How much did those containers weigh when you got done loading them up? That had to be quite a pack.
Oh, there's 6,000 bottles in there.
Wow.
They're only 20-foot containers, so you know.
Yeah. That's
a pallet weighs about 2,500 pounds.
My goodness.
Wow.
There's 10 pallets in there, so
Oh my gosh.
that's about 25,000 pounds.
So what did they buy? What kind of moonshine?
Everything.
They bought everything. Wow.
Man, that's it. We party hard and drink hard. We have all that. More power to you. I'm supposed to went over in April, and we supposed to have had this ready by April, but you know, that Corona fell apart, and then so we had to back off, and they had to back off. So now it's back on. So, but I don't know when I get to go over there though.
Well, when it all settles down, if you ever wanted us to travel with you, we have invites all over the world. And I actually have a son that knows how to speak Chinese, of all things.
Cool.
So it's he's been to China. He went to University of Wisconsin. He works for Deloitte now, but he would love to travel with Dad and go to China and have some fun. And we can film what you're doing. That'd be quite a trip, man. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, they got me a 10-year visa, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah,
they take good care of me.
Yeah,
they bought the brand new containers, put my logo on them, and bought the trailer to put them on when they got to port in Charleston.
Yeah. They
paid for everything. They wanted to ship in there. All I got to do is bottle it and say adios.
Yeah.
Awesome.
How much fun is that? That is just a song.
So how did they find you, Red? Like, what's the story behind like how they?
Well, I met a guy up in Tennessee he's just old hillbilly like me. He imports a lot of fireworks and a lot of Trump stuff, and all kind of different clothing lines and stuff like that. He does a big thing, especially with fireworks. But he's half owner in the export company in China, him and the girl from China. And I'd met him when we was doing the TV show, Hickville Junction, which I was the moonshiner in. We did that for a year. But I met him up in Tennessee with a friend of mine that's a country music singer. And the girl happened to be in San Francisco doing a tasting out there that they had at San Francisco. And I sent 6 different bottles out there and won 6 gold medals.
Wow.
She couldn't believe it. And she didn't know who I was because it'd been a year or so since I'd met Randy. But, he didn't tell her about me. But she called and asked him, this Red Bordner in Bowling Springs, South Carolina? He said, yeah, I met Red. He said, I'm flying out there. Let's go down and see him. Come down here because that guy, one of the judges, who it was out there at the contest, told her, said, this guy's blowing the socks off everybody with his stuff. Said he's great because she won't know how come I won 6, nobody else won but 1 or 2 out of that, because they had all the bottles up there and a lot of them didn't have no awards on them, So she was flabbergasted by that, She said, "Oh, we gonna go see Red." She came and we sent her back with 12 bottles. Her and Randy took them back, and next thing I know, we had an order.
Wow.
Yeah,
Man,
it
that's
took about a
cool.
year and a half to get them set up and everything get
Yeah.
lined up so we can start importing it over there.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. So tell us, outside of, you know, being the international distributor of moonshine, which is awesome, what do you do? What are your hours down there? And, you know, do you have a lot of people that stop by and buy right there, or how does that work for you?
Oh yeah, we got a lot of traffic through here. People traveling.
Yeah.
A lot of people come and visit. You know, from like New Jersey, New York, California. They got family members here. They bring them over here and they start buying it. And then every time they visit, they come by.
Uh-huh.
We got people Googling us, and we got a Groupon thing out there going on. But ours is Monday through Saturday, 10 to 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't stay open at 7 o'clock. The state treats us just like a liquor store.
Yeah.
They have to close at 7 in the state, so they make us close at 7.
Yeah.
Well, I can stay over and run liquor and bottle it and all that stuff. I just can't come over here on this side and sell it.
Yeah. Well, that's true. So COVID, being COVID safe and all that, all the practices, keep everybody safe and, you know, make sure that you're all good and, you know, keeping within because right now up in Illinois where we are, you know, it's all blowing up again. So we're staying in the bubble. This Kira and I stay in the bubble every day. We don't go see anybody. It's all Zoom. So that's why we appreciate people tuning in, you know, so we have some fun.
Yeah. Well, you heard of used to be called Big Fish. Now it's called Spirit Hub.
Very much, you know them well. Yeah.
They got my product.
Yeah.
The premium brands.
Yeah. We know Michael Weiss, the owner there, and
Yeah.
that group. Yeah.
Paul. Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Actually, we're bringing them a lot of business. We have one that we're going to have to call them today. They're going to be sort of surprised, you know, not in your lane, but in a little different lane of what they're doing. But good people. What a great idea that they have. Good, you know, good Illinois people. But you know, it's a lot of fun. Yeah. Do you have events there then, Red, or do you have events where you have bands or anything that plays? Or
No, not right now. I'm not having none. I got 8 acres of land out behind this building.
Yeah.
And we're getting ready to do something back there and build a vineyard. We can have some bands and people come and
Yeah.
That is so
cook, sell barbecue and some liquor.
Well,
that sounds like the perfect combination.
you tell us,
Moonshine and barbecue.
what?
Can't go wrong.
One of the things that Miss Kara and I like to do, we put on about 200,000 miles a year, normally, not now. But, you know, you're down in the heart of where we like to be, you know, down in that area, because we love Charleston and I'd love to come down and see and just, you know, sit and really get involved in this whole, you know. You know what you should do is come out with a vaccine, you know, a little moonshine, you know, apple flavored vaccine cures everything, you know, not a problem. But I was looking at the list of all the things that you have. You had a pineapple in there and all the different flavors. You know, not to say, but we do like to tell people, we do, if you ever send us a couple samples, I'm also a coffee roaster, and I found ways to, what we say, delicately wrap the world's best coffee beans with your type of products, and it makes a great additional sale for what you're doing, because what we decided to do is use the best coffee beans and then find a way to take some time and do some testing. And we've made some amazing products for other people, you know, and it makes a nice dessert. We did a thing last year here in town. We were supposed to be doing it now, but we had some apple strudel or bananas Foster coffee and liqueur that was sent to us. And one of the ice cream guys brought it over in the morning, because Miss Kira would hand out coffee to everybody, you know, give our product away to the whole everybody.
Hey, it worked.
It worked.
It worked.
But he had ice cream, and he took our coffee and poured it over the ice cream. And
I did that.
Oh, she did that.
I did that.
See,
Don't give it credit to somebody else.
Let me tell you, I got 2 women live down the street. They both just turned their 80s in the last few years.
Yeah.
Their husbands died the same year. So one lived on the big rich side of town on the other side, and the other couple had sold their house on that side and moved up here next to where I'm at and built a home up here. So when both the husbands passed away, they decided the girl on the other side of town sell her house and move in together.
Yeah.
They said, we're not interested in men no more. We're just interested in traveling and having a good time.
There you go.
So they come down here every week and get a bottle of my apple pie.
Yeah.
And after about the second or third time they come in here, they said, "Now, Mr. Red, don't you think we just sit around and drink your moonshine?" I said, "What do you do with it? Cook with it?" She said, "No, we put it on the ice cream at night before we go to bed."
No. There you go. See, we're no,
It's a great
the butter
idea.
pecan and the salty caramel, cherry, a lot of different stuff on the ice cream, and a lot of people use it in the sweet tea. You know, that's a good thing to put it in.
yeah.
Believe it or not, that apple pie is even good in sweet tea. I couldn't believe it.
I was gonna say anything's good in sweet tea.
What's that? That apple pie is something special. I mean, I don't think you'll taste nothing like it in the whole country because, you know, this is something my great grandmama helped me invent when I was 14 years old.
Aww,
First thing I ever made on my own.
that is so cute.
She was half Cherokee, you know.
Yeah.
She's
So
a sweet woman.
who is it that taught you how to make moonshine? Who taught you that?
My grandfather and my uncle,
Yeah.
they was the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
So
They my grandfather's recipe, you know, his last name was Bruce.
uh-huh.
That's my mama's daddy, and they come from Scotland. I'm 47% Scottish,
Yeah.
and if you ever heard the story about the Braveheart, you know, where Mel Gibson was fighting for King Bruce.
Yeah.
He was a red-headed, ruthless warrior. You know, they wanted to kick England's butt, so he put the Irish and the Scottish together to go fight them, but it didn't work out too good for them. But anyway, my ancestry tree goes all the way back to that time.
Is that right?
Wow.
Yeah, and
That is so awesome.
in the 1700s when they settled up in North Carolina, my mom was both sides of her family, the Ammons and the Bruces. Ammons come from Ireland, and but when they settled up there in the 1700s, Grandpa said that recipe came over in the 1700s from
Wow.
That is
Scotland.
so cool.
That is very
And
cool.
that's reading everywhere it goes. It just tells about. It's so smooth, you know.
Yeah, that's great.
So, Red, how did you come up with all the different flavors of moonshine?
Wow.
Just-
Like I say, I've been making this stuff a long time, and I know, and I like to make flavors. You know, I didn't make it. I never did sell it. I just give it away. You know, I had a little 5-gallon still for a long time, and I made, and then I got a 10-gallon still. Then I, you know, but I'd always make a lot of different kind of fruit stuff and give it away. You know,
mm-hmm.
so I already knew what to do when I got here. But I'd never made no whiskey. I'd never made no rum.
Yeah.
I never made no tequila. So we had to call it blue agave because we buy their syrup from Mexico,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
and the blue agave nectar, and so we had to call it something else. Can't call it tequila. The
Yeah.
guy told me, said, "Well, you buy our stuff already made. We'll send it to you in your big tote, and then you can still call it tequila." I said, "Yeah, but it won't be what I make. Yeah, I won't make it myself.
Yeah.
I don't need to call it tequila. I just need to call it red Bordner blue agave."
There you go. Hey, just so you know, we did 3 weeks before Clooney sold his Casamigos.
Yeah.
We did a feature with we'd done a whole nother thing about 3 years ago. Cindy Crawford, who is his partner's wife, grew up in my hometown. So we got sort of a connection there. Anyway, we did this video just featuring Casamigos because he'd only been doing it 3 or 4 years. We thought it'd be a fun thing to do like this. 3 weeks later, he sells it for $900 million. $900 million to Diageo or whatever it was. So I called him back up and I said, "Hey, you know, don't you think we need a little something for the effort? I think it was our publicity that got that for you." You know, I was just kidding him. He goes, "No," he says, "I don't think you do." So anyway, if you sell for $900 million, I just want a free bottle of something along the way, you know.
Oh yeah, that'd be right. A free bottle. I heard that Ezekiel Elliott, the football player for Dallas,
Yeah.
back, he's a big time tequila fan.
Yeah.
Maybe he needs to come out here and check mine out.
Well, you know,
You could send it to him.
she's the one that you got to get to because she's blowing up Instagram right now. She's got everybody following her. So if you ever want to get that word out, just send us some product and she'll do some samples for you on Instagram. It'll blow you up, you know.
You know, one of my biggest fans of wanting to eat my barbecue and sample my wines I used to make and drinking my liquor is Brian Johnson, the lead singer for AC/DC.
Is that right?
Wow, that is awesome.
We've been friends for 25 years. When me and him and his wife, when I raced that little MG midget I got over there, and if you go to my Facebook page, Red Bordner, and you see on the front page that picture of me and Brian together in 2013. That's the last time we raced together. But me and him and his wife used to race together. We had some heck of parties and cooked a lot of food, and we drank a lot of wine and booze, and we had a good time together for about 25 years. And of course, I was down at Daytona with him and his wife not long ago when she was racing.
Wow.
Red, what I'd like to do with you, we got to figure out how to do this. We have a lot of people that want us to do these Zooms, but you got such a great story. If we could do one a month, or as we go and grow it, I mean, I'd love to. Can't wait till we can travel to come down and do it in person. But I think that this could be a lot of fun. I think that these go out to tens of thousands of people, and if not more. And because of the power of our Facebook and our marketing, this could be just a lot of fun. I think you're a hoot. I think you got a great history. Appreciate your celebration of life. Creating a passion in your retirement out of your junkyard. I mean, that it's not a junkyard now, man. You got liquid gold pouring through there. International supplier to China. I mean, come on. Yeah, how cool.
And I have to get my hands greasy no more.
There you go. Well, they finally got clean, right? After all those years.
They stay sanitized, that's for sure. Tasting that liquor while coming out.
There you go. There you go. No, when I was a kid growing up in Freeport, Illinois, very humble beginnings,
Yeah.
And one of the greatest places in the world to hang out is a junkyard. I mean, I tell you what, we had a ball. We had got more trouble, but we had more fun at the same time, And now that you're doing this, yeah, we can both grow up and have fun. But I think we can make the Red Bordner show. We could have that, and that'd be sort of cool. I think that'd be a lot of fun. You're a good looking man.
Oh yeah.
You're over 40 years old, right? So I mean, you got that going for you.
Well, not really.
Yeah.
I had to stick to my guns. I was born on February 29th, leap year.
There you go.
So this past February on the 28th, I was 68, but on the next day on the 29th, I was 17.
There you go.
They had that was Saturday night, I think it was. They had a comedy show down here at the New Groove Brewery, and I closed up and went by there, and the guy that over the comedy show, he says, "Everybody says you're a pretty funny guy. You want to come up and tell a couple of jokes?"
There you go.
Come up there. So I went up there and told everybody. I said, "Well, yesterday I was 68, but today I'm 17. I ain't gonna let the drink today. Probably can't drive." And I says, and believe it or not, I'm still a virgin.
Uh-oh.
Everybody looked at me, and I said, "All right, I'll prove it to you." I said, "I still got my cherries."
Oh my God, that's way too much fun. I love that at all. So I'm going to give you, I'm sure we didn't ask all the questions.
Wait, I have a question.
There you go.
Red, what is your favorite barbecue thing to make? What's your
favorite to cook?
Yes.
Favorite barbecue to cook is brisket.
There you go.
Yeah. What makes yours so special?
Well, that's just the way I rub it, and I make my own rub, a wet rub, and do it, and then everything's slow and smooth, and low out there, So, but heck, in the KCBS when I was cooking all them years, I was one of the best cookers in chicken all the time, So
wow.
Chicken was a known, and then the ribs come up. I got to making some great ribs and pulled pork. Of course, the first contest I went to, I won second place in pulled pork, So
wow.
Man.
what the heck, and then I just kept growing. But I won a baked bean contest and a brisket contest in Texas, so that'll tell you something. They look at you when you drive up. What's a hillbilly doing in Texas? Think he gonna win a baked bean in a brisket contest?
Yeah.
Just get on and ride, baby. You'll see.
Yeah.
That just says that Texas barbecue isn't the best.
No,
I don't know. You got to come and eat mine. Every year, Memorial Day weekend, 4th of July for about 3 or 4 days, and Labor Day, we'll set up outside, and I'll cook. I got a smoker right there that'll hold 80 butts, 100 racks of ribs, 54 whole turkeys, you know, and I'll cook. I have pulled pork, ribs. Sometimes we do some brisket because that's high dollar stuff. I just like buying a steak, you know. I call that the filet mignon on the barbecue.
I agree with you.
But I cook my hash, South Carolina hash. I mean, I'm famous for my hash. I won a lot of state championship hash cooking because that's a big thing in state of South Carolina. But and then I do my baked beans, which I cook them in the smoker for 4 hours, you know, with onions and everything, you know. And then I do my coleslaw. And we sit up here and sell. I mean, I sell 50 gallons of that hash in one weekend, you know.
Oh my God.
You know, 100 racks of ribs, 200, 300 pounds of pork, 15, 20 gallons of baked beans. You know, everybody comes.
And a lot of moonshine, I'm assuming. And a lot of moonshine.
Yeah. Only thing I hate about on Sunday, I can't sell no liquor, so they can only come in here and buy barbecue. And their mouth water when they look at the liquor, when they come in to pay.
Can't wait. When we were in Charleston, about 5-6 years ago, there's a restaurant down there. I can't remember what they called, but basically it was layered fat. They were supposed to be known for it, downtown Charleston. And they served it and basically looked like it was just fat. I mean, just pure fat. You know, and I was like, my goodness, I don't know if I'm supposed to eat this or not. You know, cholesterol, you know, about the.
Don't worry about the cholesterol.
Right.
You're just supposed to eat it.
Take medicine for that.
Pork belly, probably, isn't it?
Really good. But I can't wait to come by your place. I mean, that is just we'll bring.
You have to let me know ahead of time before you come, so I'll make sure I cook something.
Well, trust me.
We will let you know.
I want to set up. I want to do this frequently with you. This is too much of a hoot. Actually, we now have a band that does. What do they call Southern rock band or Southern?
Yeah, Southern rock.
Yeah.
They're like country and they're like Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
That's what I think
Yeah.
of.
I mean, they'd be happy to come down and entertain. They're great. They're fabulous. They won a lot of awards, and you know, they got a bus. They got the whole thing, big black bus that, you know, be our tour bus. It'll fit right in. Trust me. They have a lot of fun. They're really good though. So we'll have to line that up after this pandemic is over. You know, we can get going again. But no, we got to do this frequently. You're too much. You got too much going on. We can't do it all in this show. Zoom is going to cut us off here a minute or two. But last chance, Red. What's one more highlight? We'll live it back with you as we cut out here. Give us one more story.
Well, on the barbecue circuit, you know, when I was out cooking on the barbecue circuit, I'd go around and, you know, people like on Pitmaster, Johnny Trigg and Guffey and Baron Nixon down in Georgia, you know. Them boys hated to see me show up. I go over and I give them all a bottle of wine or a bottle of moonshine, you know. Then the next day when I beat them, they come by and say, well, yeah, you got us drunk, so we couldn't win. I told you to take that home and drink it. I ain't tell you to drink it while you're cooking.
There you go.
Of course, I drank more than they did, probably.
I'll tell you what, everybody. Go to everybody right now. Go to redbordnerdistillery.com and check out that wonderful place out there. Red, for Miss Kira, myself, you stay right there. I'm going to end this recording, but we're going to want everybody to come down there. You're going to feed them. You're going to fill up their bags full of your moonshine, and we're going to have you back on soon because this is just way too much fun. We really appreciate your time.
That'll work.
All right. Thanks a lot, Red.
Bye, Rod.
Bye-bye.